And welcome back! It's time for some more Flowers Minty Springtime Edition. As you can tell, still got a little bit of the old head cold going on, but we must march forward. Much like Suo, who needs to face the challenge of overcoming the devil inside the piano, we must overcome the devil residing in my throat and in my sinuses. So I think we're probably winding down a bit for me. I think I'm only going to record maybe 1 or 2 more episodes here before Christmas. I like to give myself a little bit of leeway going into the holiday to just kind of take things easy. So I don't know if that's going to result in too much of an interruption on episodes going up. I do know that I will probably pause briefly to upload Game of the Year podcasts. So there may not be any episodes on those days. So that might keep us from having too much of an interruption over the holidays. But we will see. Not that any of this matters because this is all going to be recorded and ready to go. So I don't know why I'm saying it like this is going up in real time, because I think I've only just uploaded. I think I've only just made episode 11 public, so we're like 3 episodes or 4 ahead, something like that. Anyway, it's time to see if our girl can overcome the demon in the piano. I want her to succeed, but I know that kind of facing something like that, it's not going to be easy. I am the one who wanted to change, but this is too fast. I'm on my way back from ballet class when I think back on what Komikado asked me yesterday. Publicly accompanying her on the hymn to be performed at the Feast of the Assumption. It must be a huge role and honor that anyone would envy. The choir club member who injured her hand must be full of regret. However, just imagining myself touching the keys overwhelms me with the sensation that I am overlapping with my pianist stepmother. I am filled with revulsion, so cold that I shiver, and so strong that my stomach clenches. Man, this is rough. This is such a huge ask. If she goes through with it, like, there's no reason that anybody should be disappointed with Suo. She's on the verge of confronting something really big here. And I think that it would be good for her, but at the same time, if she's not ready, she's not ready. I came to the academy because I wanted to change myself. I chose a boarding school so I could not bend my resolve. However, you've made a lot of progress in those 2 months. Don't be too down on yourself. If you're not ready to face the biggest seemingly the biggest demon from your past right now, nobody can hold that against you. I've been able to make friends like I always dreamed of in the span of just 2 months. It's a huge achievement for me. It will take just a little more time to banish the shadow of my stepmother. I know who this is, and my day just got a whole lot better. Someone's breath sneaks across my ear, making me leap back. The person grinning in front of me is... Yeah, it's you! Nah, I ain't scared. She's not scared, trust me. She is titillated in ways that maybe she doesn't 100% understand or accept yet. Does this girl look like she does anything normally? Yeah, there you go. Lay it on. Lay it on. Yeah, I think you were sick. I would honestly think you were sick if you were not out here being your wonderfully flirtatious self. Oh, look at you. Oh! Maybe she ain't playing. When she got a little blushy in cooking club, maybe she really doesn't know how to deal with it when girls fire back. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. that just makes you all the more appealing. It may seem like we're communicating, but we really aren't. My shoulders suddenly feel heavy from exhaustion. Yeah! Why not have a dance? Why not have a dance with Yuzuriha? I bet that would probably do a lot to calm the nerves. No, it probably wouldn't calm the nerves at all now that I think about it. At my response, she says, "That's fine," and bursts out into loud laughter. After clutching her stomach in mirth for a while, she locks her eyes with mine. Oh, are you gonna... She said she'd give an answer. Y'all probably shouldn't come to her directly, just asking for it. So you can be very funny, don't you worry. She seems to be struggling for the right words as she folds her arms and shakes her ponytail, ruffling it up. Then... I cast my gaze towards the floor when she brings up the very thing I am struggling with now. Okay, I was wondering about that. I was like Neri just kind of strikes me as the kind of person that might try to set things up and just be like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I bent the truth a little bit. Maybe I broke her fingers myself. She puts both hands on my cheeks and makes me look at Yatsushiro. She puts both hands on my cheeks and makes me look up. Yatsushiro is smiling. Hey! You are so charming. There you go. Appeal to her interests. I smile back at Yatsushiro, who has quoted the movie Casino! Yes! I thought that sounded familiar. It's a fantastic movie. Good on you. Don't let people make you do something that you're maybe not comfortable with yet. No, I can do it myself. No, like she wants to have a backbone about this. That like at least if she doesn't want to do it, I think that she should be the one to confront it. I hesitate a bit, but good. I say, as though also convincing myself. She ruffles my hair like she's petting a large dog. Aw, she's enjoying it too. Look at her. She's loving it. I think back to my dead mother and get absorbed in early childhood memories. I feel the patting stop. Then... with that, she disappears in a whirlwind just as she'd arrived. Well, that works out. I'm glad that, like, we're finding some kind of resolve in all of this. She agrees with me. Mayuri says with no remorse, well, because she really doesn't want to talk about this piano stuff. She sees me hemming and hawing, then apologizes, saying it was a joke. Talk to her about it! Come on, like let's have a moment. Open up. We're gonna turn it down. Again, I'm not disappointed at all. Like, if you're not ready to take that on, you shouldn't be forced to. Alone in the classroom, that's now empty during the break, the two of us stare off into space with nothing to say. I want to talk to her, but I don't know what to say. Perhaps Mayuri is in the same situation, and although we are technically facing each other, we are not, in a real sense of the word, confronting each other. The room suddenly grows lively as some of our classmates enter. I'm somewhat relieved at this. Her tone is pointed and different from usual, and I turn to look at her. Yes, telling secrets? Under normal circumstances, we would think it was a joke, but after the fight yesterday, it does not sound like one. I feel tense, and I see Mayuri go rigid as well. Oh, this is still bad. No, it's not that. Maybe we should tell her. The look Mayuri shoots me seems to ask if she can tell her, but that very action seems to throw kindling on Rika's anger, making the air between my amitié partners grow even colder. Oh, don't take it like that. Maybe we can like break this down, like meet together somewhere and let's have a little girl talk here, like actual real girl talk where you're getting into the real feelings of stuff. Like, we're amitié partners. Let's talk about this. Maybe I feel like Suo wants to open up about this, but I think that the tension that's going on right now, she doesn't know who she can open up to because she doesn't want to make somebody feel. So I think let's all just agree to meet together and let's talk about it. Seeing Rika clap her hands and smile, the tension I was holding disappears, and I and Mayuri both feel relief. It's as though their fight never even happened, and Mayuri radiates a bashful joy. Seeing the two of them getting along fills me with happiness too. All right. We've got these two in the same room. We're ready to break down to brass tacks. We're ready to calm this storm that is happening. Get everybody back on the right page. She doesn't know how I detest the piano itself.
オさんは奥ゆかしいからあまり目立つことをしたくはないのかもしれないけど、
Oh.
私は伴奏してほしいわ。
It's a cute gesture. She doesn't know. She doesn't know the trauma that's at play here.
スオさんの伴奏で歌ってみたいもの。
Aw. Come on, that would bring the two of you a little closer together, I bet.
リッカは合唱部だもんね。
ええ、もし緊張してしまうとかだったら私がつきっきりで練習をご一緒するわ。
This is where we needed to be. Just friends being friends. Come on. The two of them are talking just as they had before they're falling out. Would I be responsible for breaking them up? No. Let's get out of that mindset. Again, this is a pretty big heaping truckload of trauma that this girl is dealing with. She can't put it on herself if she's not quite ready to face that yet. It's then that Mayuri looks in the opposite direction and I follow her gaze. The Sasaki twins have snuck up behind Rika and this scene is about to go to shit. Oh no. Now, I'm absolutely delighted that our dear fruit twins are among us once again, but I don't think that this is what Rika wants right now. I think she's just still feeling a little too inadequate as a friend or something, and just she feels like she's maybe being a little left out.
面白そうな話をしているね。合唱部の話ですね。二人とも聞いていたの？八代先輩から話は聞いていたので、大体は伴奏者を頼まれた話だよね。そう、とても名誉なことよ。何？また料理部で手が足りないからって。
Oh, don't be this way, Rika. Don't be this way. Oh, don't. No, we can't have sparks here.
それは誤解だよ。もう材料も手配したし、前日に仕込みをすればいいからもう問題ないよ。それに私もそうちゃんが弾くピアノ聴いてみたいし。
No.
同意です。
Rika seems a little bewildered by their sidestepping. And I think they just don't really feel a part of it. Or they're just like kind of trying to play it off because they just don't know how to deal with it. It really was like a weird thing. They kind of just came in and were like, hey y'all, how's it going? And then everything happened. Books started flying. Somebody broke a lamp over Mayuri's head.
それにスオちゃんが受ければ最後の成果はアミティエ2人での合奏だし、
お
見逃す手はないよ。
Oh!
合奏？それってどういう？知らなかったの？聖堂で歌われる聖歌の最後は聖母祭で聖母役に選ばれた人が一人で歌うんだよ。
I cocked my head at this sparse explanation.
聖母役は通で、その年の1年生の級長が選ばれることが多い。だから歌うのはりっちゃんさん。
Aha! She points.
伴奏はスオちゃん。
It'll be quite a sight, Ichigo says with a mischievous grin, and Rika blushes. A scene that would have been completely normal until recently. I don't know, this feels a little too on the nose. I don't know that, like, this is... Like, I guess I have to do it. I don't think that, like, we should, like, cause conflict for our own sake. I don't want this scene to end. Yeah, like, it kind of feels like... More of, like, like, not like, I guess I just have to do it. It's like, no, like, let's give it a serious go here.
本当？正直子供の頃に少し触った程度だから自信がなかったけど、ミッカさんやイチゴさんたちも期待してくれるならやらなくちゃ。
I don't think it's that you have to. I just feel it's like, I think that they're going to be like I think that they want to, like, be the wings that help carry you past this. And I think that that's how you can see it, is that, like, you know, you're scared of this thing, but you have a lot of really supportive people in your corner now who are going to be more than willing to, like, help you get through this if you just kind of let them in on it.
スオさんが受けてくれて本当に嬉しい。
She squeezes my hand in excitement, ignoring the Sasaki's teasing.
スオちゃんに恥をかかせないようにりっちゃんさんも聖火の練習をしなくちゃだね。そうね。
Well, somebody's cheered up quite a bit. She squeezes my hand tighter and my heart leaps happily, but I can almost see my stepmother's shadow glaring scornfully at me from behind the excited Rika, and I avert my gaze. I think that this is the right track. I just think that it needs to kind of, exactly, your stepmother does not control you. There you go. Stay positive. We believe in you, Suo! The choir will sing their hymns, and I, the person who will play the piano as the Virgin Mary sings Tota Plutra Es. I butchered that entirely. Have been desperately trying to escape the shadow of my stepmother as she closes in on me. When my fingers press down on the keys, the sound it makes is absorbed by the cathedral and echoes back from unexpected places. When my ears pick up on this, I adjust my touch on the keyboard.
どうしていれば母は寄ってこない。
Exactly, play for you. Don't play for anybody else, just play for you. There's got to be something about the piano that you do enjoy. In this world of just me and the piano, there is nothing impure. With the feast drawing near, the situation calls for focus, and the music was passed on to me that very day. By the next day, I'm able to play at the same level as the girl who was supposed to play. But things going this way...
そろそろ休憩にしましょうか。
Hey! Feeling a hand on my shoulder, I look up in surprise.
コミカド先輩。
すごい集中ね。さすがは音楽家の娘さんね。
いえ。
I ignore her words, exhale, and put some distance between myself and the piano. I try my best not to look at it.
スオさんに頼んでよかったわ。まさか2日でほとんどの曲を覚えて弾きこなせるなんて。
最後のトータプルクラだけはまだ完全とは言えません。
それでもよ、本当によかった。
Seeing her clasp her hands together and smile innocently, I smile back. At first, people didn't really take it very well, probably because Hokama, the person who was supposed to play, was well liked. I felt some resentment from the choir members, although they tried not to show it. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. I kind of figured that was going to be a bit of an issue going in. However...
聖堂内での飲食は禁止されているの。少し遠いけれど、寄宿舎まで戻ってお茶しましょうか。
Tea time with Narine, let's go! Here with the president of the club, Komikado Senpai, and none other than the injured Hokama, who has been kind enough to instruct me with no hard feelings. I feel my situation has changed a lot. That and...
休憩するなら一緒に戻りましょう。
The person inviting me has also accomplished a lot. Even though she hasn't been a member of the club for long, she has proved her worth, and her thoughtful personality has quickly gained her the trust of her fellow members.
喉乾いたでしょ。ね。
Unbelievably. She links her arm with mine. As her amitié partner, my social standing seems to have risen as well.
それより今日は。
I want to leave this place as soon as possible.
そうなの？それなら私の練習の方を付き合ってもらおうかしら。練習。ダメ？
Seeing my amitié partner looking up at me,
それじゃあ休憩の間だけよ。
I once again close the distance between myself and the piano where my stepmother waits. The day she said she wanted me to teach her piano was the first day of practice. I've always been the student and cannot imagine myself teaching someone, and so, when she asked me, I didn't understand her request. After that, I don't remember well, but I think I turned her down at first. But she pushed harder than I expected. Little by little, I started teaching her after choir practice and during our breaks.
それじゃあ今日は弾いてみようかしら。
She nestles in close, leaning her upper body against mine and nods. This is cute! I think I'm always gonna be a sucker for two people playing the piano together as the sign of a budding romance. The song I am teaching her is that one. She'll probably be chosen as Virgin Mary, so I don't want to waste my piano instructions on another song.
まだ楽譜でわからないところがあるの。だからそこを教えてくださらない？
Reading from the beginning of the piece from the score sheet, I place one hand on the keyboard, the other hand
教えるのに途中だから手を離してもらえると嬉しいんだけど。ダメよ。
she refuses point blank. Damn, she's making a move. Look at her go. She pulls my hand hard, drawing my arm near. My arm touches her stomach and chest, and I can't stop my cheeks from turning red.
どうしたのスオさん？お顔が真っ赤よ。
Oh, you know what you're doing. Oh, you know!
別に
This girl making moves. I admire it. I don't think that she's knowingly being mean. She's just happy. Perhaps because I mediated in that disagreement.
それじゃあ今教えたところを弾いてみるね。
I press the keyboard with my free hand. The tingling sensation I get before I start to play is the only thing I like about playing. A cool, crisp air surrounds me. I exhale as if to cast the heat from my body.
どうして？
Why does my stepmother's shadow appear, I wonder? Whenever I practice by myself, I feel her, recall her scent. But now that I am teaching Rika,
何？今ちゃんと見ているかなと思って。大丈夫。片時も目をそらしたりなんかしないわ。
I feel my arm grow even warmer in her grip. The reason my stepmother doesn't appear must be because I'm teaching, I think, as I touch the keys. Aww. Going for it. Look at this. Is not it. This is very much not a teach me the piano handhold. This is literally like I am interlocking my fingers with yours for a very specific reason.
どうやって弾くのか直接感じ
That's a good excuse. Good save. She murmurs in my ear. When I try to turn to look at her face,
弾かないの？だって
don't you look back here.
こうして弾いたことはないから。
First time for everything. My embarrassment wins out. I cannot look at her. I simply cannot believe that her soft, slender fingers are touching my hand. If things continue like this, I might lose it. My body heat rises unbearably high, feeling as though it will spill from my mouth.
お母さん、手を。
邪魔してしまったかな。
Oh, yeah! Oh, no! A cold voice says, and my feverishness disperses. How's it going, Mayuri?
見学に来たのね。
Got a free hand. Got a free hand.
ええ。きちんとやっているかどうか見に来たんだ。
In a panic, I try to pull my hand back, but she won't let me.
今は休憩中なんだけどね。スオさんからピアノの練習
Got a free hand. Do you want to learn too?
こうして手を合わせてやった方が覚えがいいんだって。
Is that what she said? I don't recall her saying that. She strokes the palm of my hand with her fingertips as if showing off what we were. Wow! Whoa! Rika, I did not know you had it in you. Rika, this is not a move I expected. Are you like showing off? Are you trying to taunt Mayuri?
そうか。指導なら仕方がないね。
She seems a little dejected.
ええ。また伺うこと
Oh
にするよ。
yeah. Oh, this is bad. I watch as she takes a step back, then turns on her heel. I can't say anything. I cannot even begin to imagine what I would say.
明日は聖母役の発表があるそうよ。
She calls out cheerfully to Mayuri as she's leaving. As she calls out, I can feel her breath and smell her scent from beside me. Mayuri does not seem very happy. That is the impression that I got from that interaction. But her words only give me an inexplicable sense of loneliness, like a festival being held far, far away. Okay. Things are moving in a way like, wow, Rika, just going all out. Hey, it's Erica! Are you gonna sing for us? The game is rigged. What's the point, she says. All students from all classes, as well as all teachers, have gathered in the cathedral. I am saved by the buzzing around us, as it seems no one around us has heard Yaigaki's comment.
別に構わないだろう。ここにいる全員が分かっていること。
This is a girl that knows the way of the world. She's just like, whatever, man. You know who's gonna get it.
聖母役はその年の1年の級長が務める。何もいちいち発表会を気取らなくてもね。
聖母祭まで期日が迫ってきているから盛り上げるためもあるのよ、きっと。
I guess, she mumbles and turns her cold gaze towards the podium. I look at the profiles of my amitié partners. Rika's cheeks are pink with nervous excitement, while Mayuri, like Yaigaki, is facing forward with a somewhat cold gaze. I pray that my amitié partners go back to how they were before. If I successfully play the prayer hymn, then I am sure things will go back to normal. I believe this.
あの美人の副会長のお出ましだ。さすがに絵になるね。
Damn, okay. You're here for it. Admiring the goods. Komikado is at the podium reciting the significance of the Feast of the Assumption. Yaigaki appears to be listening intently as she smiles, her mean cat smile, but I don't hear a word of it. Interesting! Starting to wonder if, maybe our dear girl Erica got her eye on somebody. She does seem to have made a solid first impression since the library. As the announcement draws near, my heart begins to race, beating so loudly that it's like an alarm that drowns everything else out. Komikado exits the stage, and replacing her comes a nun, ascending to the podium and with clacking footsteps. It's Sister Basquiat! I'd wondered where you were.
富門さんのおっしゃったように、
Sister Basquiat speaks with a tense face. She goes on to discuss the significance of the feast from a different angle. And once she finishes the preamble, she changes the topic with a, well then.
今年度の聖母役に選ばれたのは
Okay. I guess that was we just kind of assume that that's what's going to happen. What? I feel guilty somehow. The air in the room feels thick as jelly, and I let out a small sigh. The announcement made in the crisp morning air when Sister Basquiat said the name. Silence reverberated for just a moment before the clamor broke out, along with the required applause from the teacher's side. Then, like a contagion, the applause spread to the students. Among our confused classmates, Yaigaki was the only one grinning, saying what a great twist this was. No.
それにしても
Wait.
驚きだよね。
Okay, Rika clearly is not the Virgin Mary.
私的にも驚いたよ。だって噂じゃ聖母役は1年生の級長が通例で行っていたって言うじゃない。
I nod. Ichigo puts her hands together. Ichigo puts her hands on her head and looks to the girl who will play the Virgin Mary, who is surrounded by a wall of people.
まさかユリが選ばれるなんてね。
Mayuri's gonna be the Virgin Mary? Okay, did not expect that. That's right. The name Sister Basquiat announced was Mayuri Kosaka. The moment Sister Basquiat called her name, Mayuri's eyes widened and she appeared to be at a loss for words. Then I looked at Rika beside me. Oh no.
大丈夫。
Oh no. All that progress we made with Rika and it's just kerflush. Ringo shakes me by the shoulder and I nod. Mayuri, surrounded by a wall of people, while in contrast, Rika is alone. Perhaps because no one knows what to say to her. Yeah, we gotta get this. Oh man, I bet. Oh god, she's just having it rough, man. Sensing me, Rika raises her head and looks at me with a tense expression and bravely says, "Good morning." I try to respond, but I can't think of what to say. I'd rushed over to talk to her, but there's no point in trying to encourage her. If I were in her shoes, that would be the last thing I'd want to hear. Sympathy? That's no good either. I'd want the ground to swallow me up, so...
ごめんなさい。
Oh...
一緒にトータプルプラを歌えると思ったのだけれど。
You ain't taking this real good at all, are you, huh? I understand. She forces the words out. The line is so like her, and it tugs at my heartstrings.
そんなことない。
It does matter, though. It matters to her a lot, I can tell. But I realize that in the end, that would probably just hurt her. That's why I cannot say anything. Then again, I get the feeling that saying nothing would be just as hurtful. The sound of an opening door, followed by the sound of Sister Basquiat's voice announcing the start of class, makes the words I was about to force out disappear into the ether. Ooh, boy. I fail every time I try to talk to her during breaks. At last, it's time for choir practice, a place where I can finally talk to her. As I play the song I will perform at the Feast of the Assumption, why didn't I think of this? I pretend to be fully focused on playing the piano as Komikado smiles and comes over to me with her. Right, she is the Virgin Mary, so...
今日から一緒に練習する高坂まゆりさんよ。
She bows her head politely to me as though we're complete strangers. Behind her, Rika cuts a lonely figure. My concentration broken, I'm overcome by a disgusting sensation, like a wet hand touching my back, and stand up from the seat. The eyes of my stepmother peer out at me from between the keys, and the eyes of my two amitié partners shake me to the core.
大丈夫。顔色が悪いわ。
Yeah, this is kind of not how we planned on this going. The vice president of the Council of Nikaya murmurs something and then rushes to my side. Then she comes over too, walking slowly.
ダメよ。座っていた方がいい。
None of it reaches my
彼女
ears.
よりも
However,
今はスオさんの方があの人のように見える。
I clearly hear her whisper. Huh? So here's where you are. I call to her as she gazes blankly out at the night sky and turns around slowly.
部屋で待っていたのだけど戻ってこないから探しちゃった。そう
She turns her gaze back out the window. Just imagining what she's thinking about makes my chest hurt.
夕食の際もいなかったからお料理下げられてしまったわ。
Yeah, I feel that. I understand why. I've been there.
でも何も食べないと体を壊すと思って夕食を包んでもらったの。部屋に取り置きしておいたパンでサンドイッチにしたのよ。
She glances at the paper bag I'm holding, but quickly looks away. It's not like I decided what I wanted to say before I came. I'd been waiting for her to come back to our room, but unable to sit still, I jumped up and came looking for her.
まゆりさんも部屋に戻っていなかったの。だから彼女もリッカさんを探していると思うわ。彼女が
She finally pulls her gaze from the window and turns toward me, but Rika's eyes are sunken into darkness, as though they've been absorbed in the black of the night. I gasp involuntarily at the sight of those eyes, which are not the eyes of the serious yet kind and warm Rika I know.
まゆりさんを探していたの。違うわ、リッカさん。まゆりさんのついででなく
Noticing her voice shaking a little, I force a smile.
リッカさんを探していたのよ。
I answer. She stares hard at me, as though searching for my true intentions.
私を先に。そう。
I nod, and she smiles ever so slightly. The words I tell her are not a lie. It is true that I thought that I should find Rika before I look for Mayuri. Yeah, this is a whole other level of tangled up. Erica! Erica, help us! Help us learn to communicate in the very straightforward manner that you are so gifted with. She seems to realize that I'm telling the truth, and although she still seems sad and weary, she goes back to being the class president I know. She then speaks in a restrained whisper.
スオさん、私、おかしいのかな。
You're a teenager, girl. Guess what? Being a teenager is weird as fuck.
私は級長として、みんなが仲良く過ごせるように規律を守らせ、自分も守り、縛ってきた。
When I first met her, she was obstinate about keeping to the rules.
今は規律を守り、守らせることだけが全てではないと思っているけれど、でも和を維持するために規律を守ることが大切だと信じているわ。
I watch in silence as she speaks.
私はね、スオさん、みんなが幸せでいるならそれが一番いい。自分自身のことは二の次でいい。
I want to believe that. I really do, but I know you had your heart set on this so much. You just seem so happy. Feel real bad for you right now. I want to give you a hug.
だからはじめ、マリリさんとあまり打ち解けていなかったことに本気で心配したし、二人の仲を取り持とうと思って行動したこともあるわ。でも
She looks down, trembling, her eyebrows knitting together in a pained expression.
でも今は違うの。マユリさんとスオーさんが仲良くしているのを見かけただけで、声を聞いただけで、
Is how friendships be sometimes. Sometimes you feel like maybe you're not as important, and maybe, you know, it all comes back to learning to communicate with one another, learning to communicate those things, and never being afraid to reassure your friends that, like, they're still important. Like, I don't think people do that enough. I don't think that there's enough reassuring friends of, you know, your friendship every once in a while. Sometimes you just need to tell your friend, hey, still love you, man. I make it a point to do that a lot. Especially these days.
嫉妬なんだと思う。でも、なんで嫉妬しているのか。
You can feel like the odd one out. And you're being pulled in so many directions right now with all this festival prep and stuff and like the Sasaki's like getting closer and like, you know, them wanting to hang around Suo more, you know, once they've kind of like solidified that friendship because it's like the new cool thing to do. No, your feelings are completely valid, Rika. You're not, this is all, I'm just glad we're talking about it now.
二人が仲良くするのをこんなにも辛いと思うなんて。比べてしまうの。私よりも、いえ、私の方がって。おかしいでしょ。どうしても比べてしまうの。ねえ、スオさん。
Oh, don't make me do this! No! Who do you like more, she asks, and I am shaken by the imploring sound of her voice. No, I hate this! Don't make me do this! It feels close to taboo. She probably feels it too, but now that the thought has just been planted, I admire Mayuri. I will never forget the night we met under the cherry trees. Ever since that night, I've admired her. I feel admiration for Rika too, but it's different from how I feel towards Mayuri. Mayuri is unattainable, whereas Rika is more like a projection of who I want to be. Which kind of admiration is closer to like? Should I even compare them? Many different thoughts pass through my head, but I cannot put them into words. Her eyes are not hers again, growing dark as the time she was staring out the window. No, it wouldn't be fair to do that. Like, she admires you both for really different reasons.
でも、私はリッカさんのことが好き。これだけは知っていてほしいの。スオーさん、これが答えじゃダメかな。
Her dark eyes tremble, then go back to normal. A single tear rolls down her cheek and she shakes her head. I think you just needed reassurance that, like, you are important. She does like you a whole lot. It's understandable. You're hungry, aren't you? Let's go back to the room and eat, I say, and put a hand on her shoulder. Oh, look at this. Different interstitial. What? Huh? Oh. Are we going different? What's this? My sigh echoes in a dim room. Wait, are we in... Is the reason they showed Mayuri is because this is like... Oh, okay. Alright, let's go. My sigh echoes in a dim room. It sounds to my ears like an entirely different person. My heart is shrouded in gloom because she hates me now, the girl who I saw that person in. Ever since we first met, I felt the presence of that person in her when we spoke and interacted. But now I feel broken as I face her. I thought she would accept me, but I think she likes Suo. Oh. Come to think of it, she has really opened up towards Suo. So much so that it makes me jealous. When she admitted to me in the baths that she wanted to get closer with her, my heart got so riled up, I wanted to tear it out. A fierce jealousy. She easily got that which I myself was unable to. Certainly, she is a good person. She's sensitive to others' pain, she's kind, and she's fragile. I think with distaste. And yet,
なんで私はこんなに。
I see Suo playing at the piano, and I see that person in her. The one I like. The image of Suo stands out sharply in my mind as I gaze out the window at the moon. With a surprisingly clear head, I look up at the moon and think of
あの
her.
人のことが好きだった私の気持ち、それに嘘はない。
I came to the academy to forget that person. I'd felt that living in a dorm would change things somehow, but
愚かにも私はあの人の影を追ってしまった。
oh, also this is a really nice image. Really, like, we haven't had a lot of really like soft Mayuri moments. I saw that person in my amitié partner, Enrika Hanabishi, which is why I really made an effort to get her to like me. However, the one she likes is Suo Shirahane.
もう一人のアミティエ。
I'd been jealous and upset at her, but now I feel,
私って気が多い女なのかしら。
I guess I'm a fickle woman. I murmur, sneering at my own self-deprecating words. It's just like a cheesy romance movie, a love triangle, but between girls!
告白すらしていないっていうのも。
Between the three of us, nobody has made anything resembling a confession. The true feeling I feel is not friendship, nor is it sisterly love. It's the desire that comes with romantic love. I'd felt strong feelings, including shame when my lust was pointed out at the body measurement. Yep! The lust I've been trying to keep hidden is now...
ゆりさん、
A voice calls out to me as if from a dream. Mayuri-san. The voice whispers my name. I turn vacantly in the direction of the voice as it reverberates sweetly in my ear. Did Suo go and find Mayuri too? Is that what's happening? Before my eyes stands Suo Shirahane. My amitié partner is staring at me, looking as though she is about to cry.
スオさん。
I whisper her name as though I'm seeing a ghost that looks like her in the dim library. You can't cut me off here. She's staring at me as though she's seen a ghost. Then she stands from her chair and smiles bashfully for some reason.
どうしたんだい。こんな夜更けに。スオさん一人なの？
部屋に戻っていないから探したのよ。心配したんだから。
そう。心配してくれたんだ。
I tell her that of course I was, and she gives me a faint, embarrassed smile.
部屋にいても二人とも戻ってこないから心配して。
リッカが彼女も？
ええ。でもリッカさんはもう見つけたわ。今は部屋で休んでいる。話したら落ち着いたみたいだし。
そうか。彼女には悪いことをしたね。
There's nothing I can say about that. Mayuri did nothing wrong. If anything was wrong, it was just the timing.
食事も取らないでずっとここにいたの？
ああ、少し考えたいことがあってね。
悩みは解決した？
いや、ますます大物は深くなるばかりだ。
Poor girls. Everybody just having a rough one, man. They all deserve hugs. She smiles, but I know it's self-deprecating. She furrows her eyebrows at my silence.
スオさん、大物っていうのはね。
深く苦しい悩みよね。大丈夫。茶化したりはしない。
Come on, let's talk it out. I got some shit I need to talk about. Maybe you got some shit you need to talk about.
何？以前あなたは私へ話したくないことは無理に話さなくていいって言ってくれたわよね。私はあの言葉に救われたわ。正直でいることが美徳ではないと知って。でもね、まゆりさん、そう言ってくれたあなたに言いにくくはあるけれど、私は尋ねたいの。あなたの悩みを。
Good girl, Suo.
私も一緒にまゆりさんの悩みを抱えたいの。
At my words, she nods just a little. In the dim room, a shadow falls across her face at a slight angle. I cannot tell her expression. Is she sad? Is she angry? I put a hand on my hammering heart and look at her.
そうだね。
All right, let's break it down. All right, time for us to get real close. When she looks up at me, she appears to be smiling through her tears. I regret having made her feel like this, but at the same time, I feel delight in being able to share our secrets with one another.
私はね、どうしようもなく愚かな女なんだ。
Aren't we all when we're teenagers, though? Her confession starts with this line.
子供の頃、10歳の時に両親が離婚し、私は父方に引き取られた。男で一つで娘を育てるのは難しい。だから母代わりに家政婦を雇った。私はその人に育てられたと言っていい。難しく手のかかる面倒な娘だったが、その人は本当に実の娘のように面倒を見てくれたんだよ。いい人だったんだね。いい人だった。だが私としては実の母親の方がやはり大切でね。離婚した母の様子を一度だけ見に行ったことがあった。はがきで住所は分かっていたから、子供の大冒険というやつだ。そして
Oh no, what did you
今でも
see?
夢に見る
Oh
光景を見
Lord,
てしまう。
bracing myself. She stares down at the floor again. I wait silently for her to continue.
母の家で覗き見たのは知らない男との兆候だった。どうやら
Not a fun thing for a child to have to see, obviously, yeah.
父はそのことを知り別れたんだ。幼い私には話してはくれなかった真実だ。母の口から私へと向けた心ない言
It's a
葉。
real shitty thing this girl had to experience for sure.
母の言葉が幼い私にはショックだったのか、その日を境に食べ物が喉を通らなくなった。お手伝いさんは面倒のかかる私を海外しく世話し、どうにか食べさせようとさまざまな料理を試した。衰弱していったが、ある種のお菓子だけは食べることができ、なんとかそれをもとに脱することができた。
Maybe that's why I like baking so much, she says with a wry smile.
実の母のように尽くしてくれる彼女。私はね、スオさん、向けてくれる愛情を好意でなく好意として
You fell in love
い
with
つしか
her.
受け取るようになっていたんだ。私は彼
I
女
mean,
に
that's
こういうことを
natural.
抱い
It's
たんだ。
understandable. Like, with somebody that was there through your darkest time, they rescued you in a way from this horrible place that you were in, and like you're young, impressionable. Even adults can fall into that. Nobody can blame you for that.
好きに。ええ。私は大なし苦しんだけれど、
You poor thing.
彼女へ告
You
白すること
poor
にした。
thing.
告白は
Yeah.
破れた。もちろん分かっていたことだ
I'm
けど
glad she
ね。
understood. You know, obviously it's not something that you can reciprocate. She draws a long breath, her expression an indescribable display of embarrassment, anguish, and vulnerability. No, it's not. It's totally fine. Seeing the pain in her eyes, I tell her plainly, it's not ridiculous at all. Not at all. This girl has been lusting for every woman she's seen at this academy. Oh, damn. Wow. Just throwing the big bomb out there. Suo. Suo, my girl. Wow.
こんな私がこんななんて言わないで私が憧れている人
Stop saying mean things about yourself. That's my friend you're talking about.
私は
She bites her lip as if it will help her bear the pain. I walk towards her and without a word, I embrace her.
そうさ何もおかしなことなんてないわ人が人を好きになって何が
You're a good girl, Suo. Oh my god, I love you so much. Silence flows over us for a time. I feel her teardrops on my shoulder as I hold her in my arms.
部屋に戻りましょう風邪をひいてしまうわ
I'm filled with affection for her as she nods wordlessly, but
愛おしいと思う感情は
oh, you know what it is. Is this something more? I think of her, whose warmth I'm feeling right now, and also of Rika. I gently stroke her hair. Oh, we're getting a Rika moment! I was gonna call it there, but let's get the Rika moment. I want to see where this ends up. I take a deep breath, finally feeling like myself again. At first, I had simply gone out to look for my two amitié partners who had not yet returned to the room. She's gonna go to the library and see them embracing. Or she's gonna eavesdrop and hear the story. Suo's comforting had calmed the jealousy raging within me, which is why
さんと向き合おうとしていたのに
when I went to the library, I overheard Mayuri Kosaka's confession and felt something akin to joy well up in me. I did feel pity and a little sympathy as well, and even the desire to rush over and help comfort her, but
スオさんを独り占めできるかもしれない
oh, wow! A hateful little bubble forms within me. The malicious bubbles multiply, latching themselves onto Mayuri's secret. Many different thoughts race through my head. What if I spread the rumor? She surely would be dropped from the role of the Virgin Mary. Then, just like any normal year... Rika, no!
ダメよそんな
I can't think like that. I murmur, but the bubbles continue to foam and spread. Better yet, I'll keep it a secret and go to
優
Suo.
しいスオさんなら
A hateful, dirty plan. But right now, it seems like the best solution available to me. Hearing a strange sound, the bubbles burst and I hurry down the hallway. But I get the feeling that the seeds of those bubbles remain within me, just waiting to sprout. Oh, God, that's just... Okay. I'm sorry. I know you're tired, she says. Mayuri, who knows it's my turn to do the field work today, says while smiling slightly. Oh, boy. All right. We're in a different day. We're going to go ahead. I think we're going to go ahead and call that there. That's, oh, boy, that's intense. And that took a turn that I did not expect it to go. Oh, Lord. Oh, what are we doing? Rika! No! Oh. Well, there's a turn I wasn't expecting. All right. I guess I did say, hey, I kind of want this story to start doing something, and I guess I can't complain when it starts actually doing something. Again, I'm sorry. I still kind of sound kind of grubby coming off of this cold, but hopefully it's not too terrible. But yeah, that's oh boy, I don't know. Oh jeez, my poor brain, poor Suo, poor Mayuri. Rika, your head. I need you to. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, Rika, what are you going to do? Anyway, thanks so much for coming out, and we will catch you next time. You have a fantastic rest of your whatever, and I'll see you next time. Bye!